by Russo, and the ball is out of bounds. Gradually creeping around towards Fitzroy's half-forward line. It's about 85 metres out from their goal. They're 46 points to Hawthorn 67, knocked out by McGrath. Clayton tries to crash through the pack, and the umpire said it's holding the ball against him. Well, that's just not a bad decision when you think that Clayton didn't really make an attempt to get rid of it. I think there should be more of that. So it's Chris Mew, started off slowly, but that second quarter was a whiz-banger for him.
He's well on top in that second term.
Up they go. The ball tapped down towards Turner. Tapped on by Curran. Deere can't pick it up now. He's got it. He taps it out very smartly over there to Wallace. A short pass. And Dunstan's got it again. He's left him for dead. Pert having all the trouble in the world against this big fellow at full forward. He's taken 6 marks. He's kicked 3 goals. Now he's going for the 4th goal from about 40 metres out. And
he's played like a real full forward, Lou. He's been prepared to move around. And he hasn't allowed Gary Pert any time to relax at all.
Let's see what Dunstan can do going for his 4th goal. Oh, will that come around enough? Yes, it's a goal. So it's Hawthorn now, 11 goals, 773, gradually creeping away from Fitzroy, 6-10-46.
And good play by the big fellow Deere. And it was Deere who tapped the ball out to Wallace, and now we watch it. And there's Greg Deere tapping the ball out now. And on replay, we see a lovely pass, a good lead, and a beautiful pass right onto the chest. And so Jason Dunstall with 4 goals against Gary Pert.
12.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter, 73 plays 46. That was Dunstall's 4th goal. Loveridge's kick is well smothered. Loose ball picked up by Osborne at the edge of the square. Mew in pursuit. He's given it to McGrath. Now out comes Barwick to break things up completely. Barwick's gone for a pass to Quinlan. That's not a good one. Harris. We'll look for a handball. Will he? No. Is he caught with the ball, or will it be a bounce? And the umpire should or would take the last option. Might have almost been in the back to Harris too.
Well, Harris slipping over, and I do notice that he is wearing moulded soles.
The grass here at BFL Park is very lush. They had about an inch of rain during the week. Clayton. Ayres fumbles. Gets around 3 players, puts it high, close to the boundary line, and it's a mark of Platten. Just inside, I think. Boundary umpire concurs. Crowd doesn't like it.
I think it was. No doubt it was in.
Up towards centre wing. Brereton and Roos. Curran beats both of them. Looks for the hand pass, finds Peter Schwab on the run. Dippy at a minute ago, 50 metres out, and the more they boo him, the better he plays. Long shot is off target underneath it. Green and Hinchin. The ball bounces just inside the line, and a boundary throw-in will follow. Left forward pocket for Hawthorn.
I don't really think it would make much effect on Birdie, except to make him go a bit harder.
That's right. Not one iota, Pete, would it? Wouldn't worry him at all.
He's playing much better than last week. I think that's the bottom line. And he's in the ruck where he's trying to do a Bernie Quinn. That should be penalised for holding the ball. Just trying to do a little bit too much, and the free kick going Fitzroy's way to be taken by Gary Pert.
And Pert goes for the long hand pass. It's okay. Ball driven out there by Rendell out towards the wing position. Dwyer having a great rush with Russo. He's got too much pace, but he went right into Schwab that time, and he upended him. And Russo goes after Hawthorn, looking very determined now. There's a bit of a box on here.
No, I don't think Dwyer even saw him coming. You can't protect yourself if you don't know what's coming, and I don't think he saw it at all.
Well, I think that's the way it goes. You can't get a free kick for that, Bob, can you? So it'll be a throw-in from that centre wing position down towards Fitzroy's half-forward. They're finding it hard to score goals. Hawthorn really tightening up their game. Wallace playing a slashing game in the centre. Look at that pass. Brereton's got the mark, even though he dropped at the last moment. The umpire a little bit sympathetic, but Roos has been well on top in that duel. He's right on the edge of the square. He's gone for a short pass. Left alone that time.
Wallace proving a danger in the centre, Luke.
Oh, he's been a great player today, Wallace.
14 kicks, 5 handballs.
Can't do much better than that. And Curran. They're looking really tough now, Hawthorn. They've got their act together, and Fitzroy finding it very hard to get on top of them. Great mark to Curran, Bob.
Yes, a lovely mark. Lovely pair of hands, Peter Curran.
Well, he's had 3 marks so far.
Reeves running around the boundary line, Luke.
Well, that's good news. I know that his wife will be very happy. King Promotion, she was my member queen. Peter, when I was rocking and moving. He's kicked 2 goals, going for goal number 3, but that wasn't too hot. He's put it out of bounds on the 4th. So it's 11 goals, 773.
Well, tactically, I think a great move by Reeves, by Fitzroy. Whether he can come on the ground or not doesn't matter. Just seeing him run around the boundary, I think a great move.
Well, they need all the inspiration they can get because, down goes Bly. Didn't he fly in the air that time, the little fella? But there's a wrestle going on between Deer and Rendell. And I think you'd have to agree he's going to give a free kick. Is he again? No, he's going to ball it up. Deer thought he'd get a free kick for that. It would have been a bit of a charity, just the same.
He might get one if a couple of Fitzroy blokes don't shut up.
That's a real rodeo job that time. If we see the 2 big fellas wrestle there in replay, the ball up there at half-forward, about 65 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. Knocked out by Deer. Going after it now is Thornton.
Hawthorn bloke copped one. It's a free kick.
That'll be a free kick that we see against. That'll be against Dwyer. Behind play, and that goes to Brereton. Of course, Brereton, Platten and Turner having a bit of a dish up. Now the free kick to go to Brereton would be about 50 metres out by the time he kicks this. Oh, there we see Platten upended. There's a box on now.
It was Turner.
Turner fixed him up. And they're all into it. Look at DP a minute ago. Went through like a tank that time. Then Bernie Harris.
Oh,
Clayton's having a go too. And also Osborne's there amongst the players. Well, this has certainly livened things up in this preliminary final from 1986 to 3rd quarter.
And the quietest man on the ground, Dermot Brereton.
Well, he knows that he's got to stay there because he's been up there last week before the tribunal. He wants to play in the grand final. Good luck to you, Dermot. Well, there could be one report. The umpire's going for the book now. We see Platten.
Will be Turner.
Well, he's talking to Platten, not taking his number. He'll be the witness. Dermot Brereton just kicking the ball there, so I'm not going to get mixed up with this today. I've had my go. That's what you do, Bob. You stay out of it, don't you, babe?
He's learning the lesson.
That's right.
Particularly when you've got a free kick. As we watch on the replay, there's Turner and Platten.
There's more in the aftermath than the
Well, that's right.
initial boxing, I reckon.
They're waiting out for Brereton from about 50 metres out. And of course, Hawthorn looking really good. They've got this game under control. 73 plays 46. A difference of 27 points. Look at Brereton. Never seen him look so cool, calm and collected in my life. Waiting on the kick from Brereton. There it is on its way. Off the top of the pack. Grabbed here now, a hand pass from Dunstall. Picked up by Billy Loken. Goes wide. Deep here to Menigo. Comes in to meet it. And the crowd giving him a hell out there as he picks it up with a long hand pass over to Buckenara. He went for the wide open space. It was a wild hand pass. Billy Loken in plenty of trouble. Goes for the boundary line. It'll be out of bounds.
It's on behind play again.
Well, they boxing, Bob. You pick him up.
On the half-forward flank, I think it's Rodney Eade. No, it's Richard Loveridge, actually.
73 plays 46
and
into this 3rd quarter by just over 19 minutes. It's certainly livened up the crowd, Peter.
Thornton looks like Turner, doesn't he? Brereton tries to take the mark, has to beat 3 opponents. Pert, bad hand pass, off the ground and goal!
Free kick, Pete. Free kick to Fitzroy.
Osborne might get the free kick, is it?
Gary Pert, I think.
Did actually go through the goals.
Well, if Fitzroy are going to lose this game, they're going to go down fighting. There's no worries about that.
Thornton at right half-back flank.
They're shooting right from the hip.
McIver, too fast to tuck. Short pass, not a good one. Mew and McGrath. McGrath might have got one in the back. Would have been Tiggy touch, but had it been paid, could be penalised almost for holding the ball. But it will be a bounce at right half forward for the Lions, about 55 metres from goal.
McGrath looking for the free kick, but not forthcoming.
Hawthorn looking a lot more determined, Bob. They're putting themselves into position a lot better than Fitzroy when they go for the ball, too.
I do notice that Blakey's at full back now against Dunstall. Pert out onto Curran.
And probably a no-lose situation there.
We've got nothing to lose at all
that's right.
in that case.
Tough the Vast to get up from that skirmish. And it's going to be a boundary throw-in or a bounce. It's going to be the latter. Still right half forward for Fitzroy, but about 70 metres from their goal. McGrath and Mew. Won by Mew, picked up by Michael Tuck. Not a long kick to centre wing. In front is Deer. Oh, might have got one at the back. Pekin. He looked as though he got one there too. And the umpire will bounce it. Green boots there with McNamara and Roos. Two players who will certainly poll well in the Brownlow Medal on Monday night. Scooped out past Pekin, picked up by Di Domenico, tackled by two players. Again, we will see a stalemate and a bounce to take place left half forward for Hawthorn.
I don't think I've ever seen a more instant-looking player than Dermot Brereton today. And what do you reckon?
Oh, well, there's a grand final next week, Lou, and if he didn't learn a lesson from last week, well, he never will.
Brereton takes the grab, but it's not a mark. Wasn't 10 metres. That's 10 metres. Di Domenico plays on 50 metres out. That's pretty accurate, but not accurate enough. And is it? Now it's out of bounds. And it will be a boundary throw in Hawthorn's right forward pocket. We've been playing nearly 22 minutes into the third quarter.
And that's 27 points the difference in favour of Hawthorn. 11-7-73 to Fitzroy's 6-10-46. The ball back into play again. It's tapped out to Dunstall. Dunstall having a bit of trouble picking it up. Loken over to Bernie Harris. Out wide to Rendell, but he's rigged up like a trotter out there with all those bandits on. Missed that one. Oh, he tripped Deer. That time it'll have to be a free kick to the big hall.
Yes, he's given a free kick there.
Hands off, Kenke on Luke.
I don't know why. Why would they do that?
Could be injured, Lou.
Right, you wouldn't take him off the ground for anything else, would you?
Well, Peter Donegan will have some news for us on that shortly.
Well, we wait now for Lord. That Deer, that wasn't a great kick. Over it went to Clayton. Fitzroy badly needing a goal because they trail by 27 points. Pert down there at centre half forward now. The ball is picked up by Mew, but this defence of Hawthorn's really standing up under the strain. And Conlon takes the mark, goes for a short pass, but what a shock. He nearly put it out of bounds on the full, but luckily for Fitzroy, it'll be a throw-in.
He was looking for Barwick, who did make the lead, but a poor piece of disposal by Conlon there as Dwyer comes off and Reeves to come on.
Well, Reeves is back on the ground, and the crowd will go mad because they'll be pleased to see that happen because it looked as though it could have been a certainty he wouldn't come back on. We see McIver over to Reeves. Birdie nearly got him again. He was the bloke that hooked him. He's gone after Birdie, but he missed. Oh, our stiff goose an opportunity doesn't knock twice. It nearly got him the second time. Oh, how lucky can you be, Michael Reeves? Michael Reeves had caught Curran, but that was incidental. That one is picked up now by Roos. The hand pass coming out to Clayton. Oh, God, he could be lucky, Michael Reeves, as the ball goes back there towards centre half forward. The pack fly. Two Fitzroy players spoil each other. He'd back to Swab. And Swab gets it out to Russo. A hurried kick back there towards Bertie Di Domenico. The crowd's still going at him, but he brushes. Oh, Rendell! What a tackle! A magnificent tackle with a Fitzroy skipper. Bravo! A ripper that was, wasn't it?
Magnificent tackle.
Look at that. He wouldn't let him go.
Great play, Rendell.
His arms were like extension ladders that time as it went out now. A chance for Pert playing at centre half forward. Tapped on again by Pert. He's got grabbed around the neck. It should have been a free kick. The own one there to Osborne. Well, that was one to Pert before that, but he didn't miss the Osborne one, and he's down on the ground. But Fitzroy really struggling to get a goal because of this strong Hawthorn defence. 11 goals, 7-73 Hawthorn to Fitzroy's 6-10-46 into this third quarter by 24 and a half minutes.
So Osborne getting the free kick. Two obvious ones there. Out of bounds on the full, I think, or did it just bounce inside? I'll have to look at the boundary umpire. He indicates that it just bounced inside, and Osborne getting up.
Too.
Yes, he obviously fell heavily in the skirmish in which the free kick was awarded. Fitzroy badly needing a goal. Mew does the ruck work. No one there for Hawthorn. Barwick should get there first and does. He's tackled. Did he drop it? Did he have it? Barwick plays on. Good umpiring. Logan can't get clear either. Plenty of desperation shown by both sides. And it will be a bounce at Fitzroy's right half forward flank.
Well, they didn't have much chance, Fitzroy, there, Bob. There were 5 Hawthorn players against 2 Fitzroy players then.
So a bounce at right half forward for Fitzroy. Reeves loses out to Chris Mew. And the ball over the boundary line. Peter Donegan, any news on Gary Ayres? Why was he taken off?
Well, Pete, I just went over to the Hawthorn bench to find out. I said, is Gary okay? They said, yep, no problems, and that's all they're saying.
And that's very surprising. Reeves wins that one, but hits it straight to Russell Morris. Morris's kick high, back to the wing position. Pekin in the box seat, but it's knocked away from McIver. Wallace tears his way through, almost got caught with the ball. Beautiful tackle, and it results in a Bernie Harris kick. Harris to right half forward again. Osborne on his own. Has it punched away at the last minute by Morris. Back to Morris again. Gets around Reeves. He still looks a little proppy. Buckenara in front, no one down. Brereton recovers the quick, or the better. On to Di Domenico, looks for a long hand pass to Buckenara. 45 metres out and shoots off target, or is it coming around? It might have sneaked in for a goal. It has. So Buckenara putting through his first goal of the afternoon, 12-7-79 to 6-10-46.
Listen, although Terry Wallace didn't get the ball forward on replay, we see Dermot Brereton give the ball across to Di Domenico. A lovely hand pass from Di Domenico, long and direct, and Buckenara finishing it off. But it was Terry Wallace, I thought, who really started that play in the middle. He's had 21 possessions so far, 16 kicks, 5 handballs.
Nearly 2 minutes into time on in the third quarter. Hawthorn leading by 33 points. Knocked down by Deer. Loken's kick is a short one. Deer's kick likewise. Back to half forward for Hawthorn. Doesn't cover much distance. Roos gets beaten for it by Dunstall. Platten in the thick of things again. Green, hand pass smothered. Second chance. 55 metres out. Hooks it in towards goal. Chance for Buckenara, who takes the hand pass from Jenke. Platten runs into 2 players, will make it 3. Reeves comes out with it, well tackled by Dunstall. Opens it up for Platten. If he can pick it up, he can't. Dunstall might have got it at the back of his opponent. Platten's kick has gone through the goals, but it is a goal. I thought it might have been a free kick for Fitzroy. That's his third. 13-7-85 to 6-10-46.
Down in that position.
Looks for Turner. Wallace in front. McIver back up support. Jenke tries to get it to Wallace. Finally, Wallace gets boot to ball. And Dunstall leading out in front of Reeves takes the mark. He's kicked 4 goals. 4-2 or 4-3, Bob? What have you got him down for?
4 goals too, Pete.
Dunstall, 35 metres out. Has missed, has he, or is it a goal? It's a goal.
Short pass. Out to Pert. And by golly, doesn't he look tight? It was good play as he knocked it onto Barwick now. Short pass. And the ball marked here by Rendell, and he's well within kicking distance, only about 30 metres out from goal directly in front. Well, there they go. There's the kick. We'll wait on the result. And that'll be a goal. And Hawthorn are certainly to go into the grand final against Carlton next week, 14-14 to a 7-11 as the ball goes back to centre field. It hits the deck, backing up well as Swab. Gives a hand pass over to Green. Green at 50 metres out, still running at the goals. He's got a chance to score one here now. He lets fly. And that is a goal.
Wallace just about caught with the ball. Out to Loveridge, still inside the square. He's running goalwards. Russell Green a few moments ago. His kick dropped short, though. Platten swoops on it, gets clear of Reeves, shoots at goal and puts it through. Dwyer normally playing in the long-sleeve jersey. I can't recall him seeing him in a short one before, but that's the siren to end the preliminary final. A rather short final term, 28.5 minutes, and Hawthorn has won it 16-14, 110 to Fitzroy, 7-12-54.
The only thing that probably stopped Dermot taking a couple of marks today might have been his halo, Lou. He did not put a foot wrong today, and when the skirmish was on, Brereton, who had the free kick at the time, just stood back and waited and let everything settle down, and his performance in the second half was really like the Dermot Brereton we know. He was beaten by Paul Roos in the first half, but did come back. But as I was saying before, Lou, a great effort by Fitzroy to get here.
So the second quarter was an important one for us, and I think we consolidated on our first quarter performance, and so it was a nice position to be in at half-time.
Jason, congratulations. You must have been delighted with your own form today after what was no doubt a disappointing game for you last week.
It was a lot better this week. At least I got a kick anyway, so, you know, it's a very hard game last week. There's a lot of pressure on, but it's just a great team win today.
The tactics you used on Gary Pert, you seem to be very quick off the mark and leading, and that paid dividends. Was that something you planned before the game?
It's just something I try to do because I'm not a great high mark, so I've got to lead and try and get out in front.
Well, Rod, just how close were you to playing today? Was there ever any chance of it?
Yeah, I thought there was a chance perhaps on Wednesday, but I should have hadn't done the physical work and probably enough work to warrant being selected, and I think that's probably showed a little bit in training on Thursday night.
We had a lot of guys who were down last week, and to their credit, I think most of the guys who were down come up and played good games today.
your own form too was excellent today.
Yeah, I was fairly pleased. You never really like to sort of put in a bad one, and I was very disappointed last week and copped some knocks accordingly during the week, which was understandable, but yeah, I was pleased to sort of come back and get a couple of kicks today.
They've been a hard-fighting side, Fitzroy, you know, and they kept going all day. And I just thought we worked a bit harder today, and we just gradually got on top of them. At no stage, they jumped us a bit. It worried me enormously because they've been riding on a bit of a high, and we lost a little bit of confidence after last week. But I was pleased the players, you know, got back into it and were able to go and just work harder. And I just think the difference between this week and last week was the difference in their workload. They just seemed to work harder.
Meanwhile, the mood, of course, in the Fitzroy rooms was one of disappointment after such a fairy tale run-up to possibly a grand final berth. And Peter McKenna was there to catch up with some of the personalities.
Well, you jumped them at the start, Scott, but they're a tough side, aren't they? They kept going.
Yeah, they played very well today. Got to give full credit to Hawthron. We knew they'd be tough, and they, you know, they're a good side.
They seem to have a lot of problems across the half-forward line, actually getting through Mew, etc.
Yeah, they've got a good marking back line. We knew that, and that's the way it panned out in the end. They mark very strongly on the back line.
The loss of Leon Harris made a big difference around the packs.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for Leon, and then of course Michael Reeves. So we're down to the bare 18, but sort of no excuses. They were too good on the day.
Billy Loken, tough to come up week after week, grand final for a number of weeks now, and finally you came up against a pretty strong side.
Yes, Peter, it was very disappointing today, but Hawthorn played very well. We caught them on the rebound, and we had a few players who were perhaps a bit down, including myself, and that's disappointing to know that perhaps you could have done a bit more for the side. But give all credit to Hawthorn. You know, they played very well, and I wish them well for next week.
You seemed to, at times, overdo the handball. Was that because your forwards were down and you didn't have the confidence to kick it up to them at times?
I think, Pete, we were just trying to get our game going, our running game going, and they're very good at that running game, and we just let ourselves down time and again with poor disposal.
Well, Billy, the whole crowd were with you once again. They've admired Fitzroy's great spirit for a number of weeks. Congratulations on a great year.
Thanks very much, Pete, and thanks to all the footy supporters that have stuck with us through thick and thin this year. That's been a terrific bonus to us.
Sporting comments from Billy Loken, but I think Fitzroy supporters would agree he certainly let nobody down during the final series. Let's check on some of the player stats. First of all, for Hawthorn today, Terry Wallace, speaking to Peter Donegan there, was very happy with his form today. He should be. 21 kicks, 2 marks, 2 frees and 8 handballs, was certainly one of the Hawks' best. And Johnny Platten, probably the best game he's played for a number of weeks. 17 kicks, 3 marks, 4 handballs, and he kept it off with 4 goals too. And Jason Dunstall, an excellent game in front of goals. They had Gary Pert moved away from him. 12 kicks and 10 marks. An excellent display, 3 handballs, and his stats in front of goals, 5 goals, 3. For Fitzroy, Richard Osmond tried hard all day. 12 kicks, 4 marks, 5 frees, 3 handballs and 1 goal, 1. Billy Loken, as I said, certainly let nobody down today. 13 kicks, 3 handballs. He had a very consistent final series. And Turner, great defender, especially in the first half for Fitzroy. And Dean Turner's stats, 11 kicks, 2 marks, 4 frees and 4 handballs.